All right, second fight card bout video this morning. This will be the third bout. I did bouts 2 and 3 on the first video. This will be bout number 4, and it'll be standalone. I want to go ahead and finish my coffee and knock out this George Dixon fight. So again, I already talked about it at the end of the last video. Alexis Arguello, 5'10", 72-inch reach, over 5'3 and a half, 66-inch reach. 86 work rate to 48, double, literally double. Well, almost double. Intensity 8, that's 4 times the intensity of Alexis Arguello's punches. George Dixon will not fatigue at all in this round, and only 6 points separate him in endurance. So Alexis Arguello will probably see this guy go the distance unless he gets some heavy hands going early. All right, folks. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go, round 1. And Arguello is 3-0 with a knockout. And right there, Arguello's going to hit him for 8. Right there, beautiful. Let's see what George Dixon does. George Dixon gets his work rate roll and a multiplier. Holy cow. George Dixon only has a 2 multiplier, though. So 1 times 2, only 2 points of damage. But he gets the multiplier, which means he's going to win the round. 10-9. So he steals that round with a couple of staggering punches. Brilliant. A multiplier. George Dixon, folks, is winning this fight with a staggering couple of... Matter of fact, let's roll the chart. Remember, if you don't want to dream up the details yourself as to what that means, you can roll in 9. So let's roll 9. So multiplier, non-knockout scenarios, jab to the glove to break defensive posture. So he jabs, breaks the posture, and then scores a combination that might stagger Arguello, and he ends up outscoring Arguello. All the judges love George Dixon's work there. Uh-oh, Arguello already behind. Okay, this is going to be Dixon. He's going to score again. 6. Dixon is on him like a fly on honey. A fly to honey. Here we go. And Alexis Arguello is going to score 11. A multiplier of his own. Fight could be called quickly here. Times 8. I got to do math in my head. I hate it. 6 times 8 is 48. Is that right? 4 is 32. 40. Yep, 48. Holy cow. I hate having to do math in my head. We are down to 17, and he'll win the round automatically on that. Although Dixon came out and got the jump on Arguello, Arguello punished him. Let's roll his multiplier. What does that multiplier look like? 65. Alexis Arguello. Why was he given such great inside fighting? Head position grind on cheekbone. Okay. Interesting. I'm not certain if I like the multiplier descriptions. I imagine Arguello getting him in the corner, lighting him up with a combination. I'd much rather see boxing action for the multiplier, but hey, there it is. Anyway, Alexis Arguello in round 2 waylays him. He's literally on the verge of losing this by TKO. Arguello almost finishing this guy off early. It's going to be a failed work rate roll, so Arguello will be back up to 79. He fells his 3rd round work rate, which means Arguello could finish this guy with another multiplier. It's going to be 76-7. He's going to get him for 8. And Arguello will win this because he failed the work rate roll. Brilliant. Wow. George Dixon going into round 4. Arguello playing with his food here. Arguello's going to get 8. That's going to be another 8 points. Holy cow, he's down to 1. Arguello now getting the job done. This fight is darn near over as Dixon staggers about, and he's going to fail his work rate roll, which means an easy round selection as he is just covering up and trying to survive as Arguello is dominating. 5th round, this fight will be over unless Arguello fails to hit. It's going to be the enemy who fells his work rate, so he's just covering up, trying to stay alive as Alexis Arguello goes to work to finish him, and indeed he will. It's over, folks, with a 5. 5 is -8. The fight is over. And let's roll to see how Arguello finishes this one. 56. Whoops. 56. So Arguello will win. Arguello wins by, we don't know yet. Let's go ahead and roll. 56. 56 is temple shot. Glancing blow to the temple disrupts his equilibrium. The fighter stumbles and falls unable to stand. So he caught him in a combination with a glancing blow to the temple. But he was already so beat up that he dropped. It's going to be KO in the 5th. Arguello now is now 4-0 with 2 KOs. And boys and girls, he's starting to look like the dominant beast that he would become. And that is bout number 4, Dixon. I'm surprised. I actually thought Dixon would go the distance. But that big multiplier in the second brought him down to 17 points. He was basically, you could make a roll. When you see a multiplier like that, you'd almost want to make a roll to see if the ref steps in and says, you've had it. But that comes with a negative endurance check. Arguello wins by a straight knockout in 5. Wins by KO, baby, in the 5th. Arguello now starting to look as I would have imagined. The first 2 fights, he was getting his feet under him. He has now knocked out the last 2 boxers. He will be facing Kid Kaplan next. Kid Kaplan, again, their work rate is climbing, but Kid Kaplan, again, doesn't score much damage. He unfortunately doesn't. The judges don't like his work here as much as Arguello, so there's not a lot of advantage here. He's 5'2", 62-inch reach. Arguello should knock him out too. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.